Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good and you are all doing your inner work. We are creating a new series of videos in which we are learning or remembering how to reclaim our spiritual mastery. I have already made first part of this series. So if you have not listened to that video, please go and watch that video. I will add the link in the description box. In the first part, we have learned what are the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order. These are the guardian races and these are helping us by providing all these true teachings, the original knowledge which helps us reclaiming or remembering our original cosmic divine blueprint. The Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order teachings are also known as the Emerald Covenant Freedom teachings. In the last video, we also learned what are the CDT plates. The CDT plates are the Cloister Dora Tora plates which hold the original knowledge, the true knowledge which helps us know who we are and reclaim our original cosmic divine blueprint. We also learned what are the Maharata texts. The 560 books of the Maharata texts are the original translation of an even older set of ancient records that have survived to the present time, stored on a set of 12 digital holographic record discs called as Cloister Dora Tora plates or CDT plates. Okay, the CDT plates and the Maharata text have been translated into the written form numerous times in our ancient history in many different centuries and languages. We also learned who are the Ianis. The Ianis are a specific family line of indigo children on earth since 9558 BC who keep safe in private protective custody the real physical objects called the CDT plates. These plates hold what is known as the Maharata text, also known as the Freedom Teachings. The family line refers to themselves as the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order Priests of Ur. Another branch of the Iani family calls themselves the Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order Priests of Mua or Mu. We also learn where the word priest originally came from, and the word priest originally means guardian or the protector of the spiritual wisdom. In last video, we also learned there is much more beyond our physical body. Our first chakra, which is root chakra, also corresponds to our physical body or our unconscious mind. Our second chakra, which is sacral chakra, which also corresponds to our emotional body or our subconscious mind. Our third chakra or our solar plexus chakra, which also corresponds to our conscious mind or our mental body. And all these three bodies or all these three minds are interconnected to each other. If there is any misalignment in any of these three bodies, it keeps on impacting all the other areas. It is our job to heal them, cleanse them and to realign them so that we can activate our Christos self. So what is Christos self? From where this word Christ come from? The word Christ is originated from some of the original sound tones of creations which are Ka, Ra, Ya, Sa, Ta. If we take the syllables and put them together, it spells as Christ, K-R-Y-S-T. Therefore, these teachings are called as the Krystic teachings. We are also known as the Krystic races. So the Maharata text basically provides the detailed understandings of all the conditions or all the information which help us to reclaim our Christos self. In order to reclaim that, or we need to become free from all the distortions that we have in our original template. We all the angelic human beings have minimum 12 strands of DNA. Our first, second and third strand of DNA or the physical, emotional and mental body, unconscious, subconscious and conscious mind are also part of this 12 strand DNA template. But as we have come in our journey, we go through lot of experiences. We go through lot of traumas, lot of wounds. They may be from this life or maybe from our past lives. All these traumas, wounds, memories, experiences get stored in our unconscious mind. We perceive or we look our current reality through all these experiences which are stored in our unconscious mind, in our subconscious mind, it creates belief system or a way to perceive things. On the basis of all these experiences, if those traumas, wounds and experiences are not completely healed, these unhealed part of us are also called as a shadow body. If there is a shadow body present within us, then most probably we perceive things firstly from our shadow body, because those are the unhealed parts of us. Those are not completely in alignment with the light, or not completely in alignment with our true self, because our subconscious holds both the light and the shadow aspects of us. So we are learning this series to heal, to cleanse and to integrate all the shadow parts of us, so that we can fully integrate our both light parts and shadow parts, and we can come into our full power, and we can reclaim our original cosmic divine blueprint, or our Christ template. The mental body or the conscious mind is where our thoughts are created, or what we say our mind. Based on our unconscious and subconscious mind, we create thoughts in our mental body. We choose what we have to do in the current situation, in the current life. All these unconscious mind, subconscious mind, conscious mind, or physical body, emotional body, mental body are very much interconnected with each other. It is very important to realign all of these bodies or all of these minds. They play a very important role to reclaim our Christos self. We all know that we, the angelic human beings, are the guardians and protectors of the earth. We are actually seeded as a guardian and protector of the planet earth. In order to do our soul purpose, to heal planet earth, it is very important to heal ourselves first. To do that, we need to overcome all these shadow aspects of ourselves. We need to heal all the distortions in our own bodies. Heal and clear these distortions in our personal sheets and fields, including the epigenetic overlay, which is also known as ego. When we have this epigenetic overlay in our fields, it makes us receptive to the non-Krystic frequencies, which are not in alignment with our true self. So when we carry these distortions, it decides how we interact with others. So in a Krystic society, it is mainly based on the Ionic behavior. So we knew about who are the Ionis in our last video. The Ionic behavior, this standard is called the attitudes and responsibilities of mastery. These Ionic standards do not embody the freedom or luxury to exercise our distortions. They do not permit us to insult at another, take another's inventory, point fingers, exhibit racism, etc. Stepping through the Ascension portal requires alignment of a certain percentage of our personal shields to the divine blueprint and continuously open to the primal life currents. The freedom teachings were given to help us heal and remember our true divine heritage, which facilitates the essential potentiality for our personal opening to the increasing influx of the primal life current. The freedom teachings illustrate, the freedom teachings help us to bring more higher frequencies from the divine source and to be more in alignment with our own higher self, or our own higher versions or evolved versions. Freedom teachings or the true information will bring us more frequency to heal. But when we receive these frequencies, when these frequencies come in, we also need to stabilize these frequencies, to embody these frequencies, to anchor these frequencies. So how do we do that? So this is where the attitudes and responsibilities of mastery come into the picture. The attitudes and responsibilities of mastery are the guidelines to help us develop a depth of composure to set an environment in which divine right action and divine right order can be realized. In deciding whether to explore this area of mastery, we have to exercise the power of choice and then act. This can be called the choice and action mechanism. Embedded within this mechanism are the conditions of being aware, awake and able. So when we keep on knowing and remembering the attitudes and responsibilities of mastery, our consciousness or our ability to make the choices which are in the right divine order will increase, and our actions will be more in alignment with the divine right action, and we will make our choices with more awareness, with more awakened consciousness. We will be able to do our own choices instead of relying on the others' validations or others' opinions. In order to more fully align with our Christos self, we condition ourselves to be more aware of what we are doing and saying. We strive to be more awake or conscious of what we are actually creating in our hologram. So what is hologram? So hologram is nothing but the energy around us which we experience. So we think what we experience or what we see, it is the only reality. But we create our own hologram with our own choices, with our own energy, with our own consciousness. Nothing is hard and fast, nothing is fixed, and nothing is written, it is fixed and it is going to happen like that. So everything is a matter of free will choice, and what we experience is also a reflection of who we are. We use the power of choice to either move towards a state of negative composure or towards a state of positive composure, which results in either a plus or minus level of divine right expression and or divine right action in our hologram. In every situation, at every moment, what choices we are making, it will decide in which direction we are going and which hologram we are experiencing. This results in an essential shift our relationship with time, cause and effect, progressively recalibrating our relationship between the distortions inherent to the imperative of survival, wants and needs of victim-victimizer issues to a self-confident expression of Krystic preferences in our transactions with the localized planetary and galactic hologram. Whatever choices we are making, we can see a shift with respect to the time, cause and effect, and which progressively defines our relation whether we are going towards the Christian way of life or we are going towards being in the survivor mode, which makes us feel that we have many wants and needs. There is something lack, that we need something from outside, from someone or something, and which will make us whole. It also leads or it also runs the victim-victimizer program through us. So, if we feel that we are continuously in lack of something or something from outside will make us complete or whole, then we are living in the victim mode. This creates a different reality, and when we use the power of choice, we choose to be a master of our own self. We choose to clear and heal our shadow selves and to reclaim our original cosmic divine blueprint. We move towards the Christian path of life. What is the victim-victimizer program? We are going to learn in detail in the upcoming videos. So the part of process of spiritual integration of our higher selves or expansion of our consciousness involves reprogramming the way we think. Our thoughts create our reality and the life experiences we have internally and externally. Now we have understood what creates our reality, what creates our hologram. So now we are aware what defines it. But how do we change it? Now we have come into the awareness, something we need to change or something we need to heal and become a better version of ourselves. But how to do that? We need to work on our thoughts, our thought patterns, our belief systems. We need to heal our traumas, wounds, and it will help us to perceive the reality in a different way. The attitudes and responsibilities, when embodied and lived, will help to change our thought patterns because they are part of the programming we currently carry. We take these thoughts for granted. Changing the thought patterns actually change the programming in the personal shields, and successfully doing, we successfully bring our conscious attention to the mindless patterns of our brain. So basically we think thousands or maybe more number of thoughts at every moment. Okay, so we are very much like we take all our thoughts for granted, and we are not even paying attention what thoughts we are creating, or what is the vibration of our thoughts. Okay, what is the consciousness with which we are creating the thoughts? Are we aware of our thoughts? Okay, so how to become aware of our thoughts? We need to just, if you close your eyes and observe what you are thinking currently, what is going on inside you currently. So this will give you a glimpse of your thought pattern, or how you think about yourself and the current situation in which you are in. Okay, so if we realize, and as we keep on connecting more and more with ourselves, we become aware of our thoughts, we become aware of our thought patterns, and then we realize many of these thoughts are not constructive. Okay, so the mindless thoughts, or the thoughts which are not constructive, we need to let go of these thoughts, and we need to reprogram ourselves to think constructively, to create high vibrational thoughts, to create the thoughts which will make us in alignment with our true selves. Okay, because most of the thoughts are, as I mentioned, from all the past experiences, past memories, and from our belief systems, how we perceive the reality. These thoughts are created based on all these things. So we need to reprogram our mind, and we need to train our mind to think in a constructive direction, to think in a direction which will lead us to a Krystic path, and which will take us to our true self. Okay, and these videos will help you to attain the spiritual mastery, to attain, to become a master of your mind, of your mental body, emotional body, and physical body. Okay, so living with and as the attitudes and responsibilities is a way of life, a way of being. So most of the times when we lead our life with the 3D based mindset, we are engrossed in the mode of doing things. So what is the mode of doing and a way of being and way of doing? In a way of doing, we are always in the survival mode. We are always focused on our materialistic needs, our emotional needs, or our mental needs. We are always focused on the needs and wants, like what do we need, what do we want. Living with and as the attitudes and responsibilities is a way of life, a way of being. Living with and as the attitudes and responsibilities are conditions of perception. Without an inner and outer focus on the state and healing of our consciousness, we see life through filters with no clarity of mind or thought. A life of Krystic consciousness will lead us to the Manu point, or which is also called the still point, within through which we can see clearly the higher choices necessary for the divine right action and divine right order. So these attitudes and responsibilities help us in the way of being. It helps us to connect more and more with our true selves. Okay, and it helps us to be more in alignment with our Christos self. The practical purpose of these teachings is a truly free and empowering all through expanded consciousness and educated enlightenment, through which reverence, respect, love, and cooperative co-creation are fostered within the global community. These perspectives fully embrace geophysical planetary healing as an intrinsic consequence of personal alignment and expansion. So these teachings help the personal healing, realignment, expansion, as well as the planetary healing. So there are 12 attitudes of mastery, and 12 responsibilities of mastery. But before knowing this, we need to also learn some more things. We will know about these in the next parts of the video. Till the time, keep on working on yourself, keep on healing yourself, sending you lots of love, light and peace. Until we meet next time, bye.